gonna put something in crossbar real quick just so people know, like, we're trying. Hawks fans, welcome to the first game of the 12UA Silver Stick, live from Port Huron, Michigan, where your Littleton Hawks will be taking on the Nebraska Warbirds. If that team sounds familiar to you, that's because we've already played them. They actually beat us in the regional Silver Stick, so we will play the 3 teams in Pool D, which is our pool. And each team in Pool D is also playing 1 team from Pool C. That is where Nebraska is. So they are not in our pool. However, we need all the points we can get to advance. The top 2 teams from each pool will advance to the quarterfinals on Saturday night. Hawks lost to Nebraska back in November, 1-0. But we've been playing some really good hockey lately, so hopefully we can pull off the W. And as I mentioned in Crossbar, we're going to do our best here with the live stream. The Wi-Fi here is not great, so bear with us as we do our best on this broadcast. So starting off for your Hawks, Lang going to take the face off. He's out there. We Zamboni'd every 2 periods, but this first period we're playing on what they call dirty ice. So you saw the puck stick there at the beginning of this game. Busman with a nice cross ice pass. It's Varley right on the tape. Varley's going to take the first shot of the game, and the Warbirds goalie has it. Now thinking back to that game back in November, Warbirds goalie was pretty solid. We actually outshot them 19-12 in that game, but came away with no goals. So same 5 Hawks out on the ice. And, of course, we've got Ethan back as your goalie. That's going to be icing as we'll reset in our offensive zone. So Hawks are going to change out the D. It's Blom and Peterson. Out still with Lang, Busman, and Varley. Hawks looking to get an early lead. Peterson dumps it, but that's going to be offsides. So Hawks sending out some new forwards now. That's Stack, Dodge, Stromberg. Peterson was looking for Stack, broken up by the Warbirds. Blom skates it, turns. Dodge wraps it behind the net around the board. Stromberg tried to get to it first. Comes right back around. Puck is stalling a little bit on this dirty ice. So that's something that the Hawks are going to have to deal with, as will the Warbirds. Hawks ice it. And Hawks will send Pope and Carroll out as your D-man. Pope skates it, looking to turn. And ice is a little messy back there. Carroll pushes it forward. Stacks on the chase. Going to be on net. Saved by the Warbirds goalie. Stack takes the face off. Warbirds come away with it. Nice play by Mason Carroll along the boards. Great pass from Stromberg to Stack, but just off the tape. Back to Pope. Pope back to Stromberg, or back to Stack, rather. Nobody there in front of the net. Warbirds come away with it. 2-on-2. Pope pushes him wide, and a great play. Nice back check there by Stack to support. Stack to Deep, now fresh off the bench. Deep with a shot just above the net. As Seyfried now on the ice. Stack's going to go change. And that's going to be icing. So lots of icing calls so far today. If you, again, remember back to November and Warbirds pack it in their zone. I believe they iced the puck a good many times the last time we played them. So Voss and Kemper now out with Seyfried and Deep. Kane and Carlson back to defend. Nice keep right on the blue line by Deep. Shot off the pads of the Warbirds goalie. Seyfried comes away with it. Seyfried was looking for Voss and Kemper. Hawks doing a great job of keeping it in our zone. Let's see if the Warbirds ice it again. Not sure if Kane touched that. Looks like he did, so Carlson's going to get there first. Kane comes away with it, tries to chip it forward. But broken up by the Warbirds. That's going to be the first shot on net today. Nice save by Ethan. Voss and Kemper on the rush, looking for Seyfried. Hawks were changing, but good hustle by Voss and Kemper to break that up. We had no D-men back to cover that. And a block by the D-man Kane. He dumps it. And no icing, so full change for the Hawks. As Blom and Peterson are out. Blom's got it. She's got time. She's going to skate it, take it up Main Street. Busman on the back check. That's Peterson and Lang back as he swapped spots with Blom. There's Varley, finds the outlet man and Busman. Busman's got streaking Lang, hits him right on the tape, but off the stick and into the corner they go. Lang's going to try to battle for it. Side of the net. Busman tries to punch it in. Saved by the Warbirds goalie. So 10 minutes to go in the first period. Still 0-0. Hawks with more offensive opportunities, which was the story in the last game as well. Warbirds with speed. Nice physical play by Blom in the corner. Lang to support. Lang comes away with it. Hawks have numbers. They can move the puck quick. Looks like they do. Nice feed over to Busman. Busman's got Deep with him, block by the Warbird. Varley with him, blocked by the Warbirds. Pope and Carroll back to defend. 3 Hawks, 1 Warbird. Warbird skated into the D zone. Pope is all over it. With Lang to support. Warbirds come away with a dangerous cross-eyed pass, backhanded shot, but Ethan is there with the save. Cross-ice pass to Stack. Stack's going to try to beat one, comes around, centers it off the pads of the goalie. That was a nice-looking rebound there. Puck again right in front of the net, but no luck. As the Hawks keep bringing the pressure. Pope skates, turns, makes a man fall. The bench loves that. And Carroll dumps it. He and Pope are going to go change. Nice play by your blue liners so far today to really give the Warbirds nothing. So far, refs letting them play. Nothing too physical just yet, but definitely both teams. Warbirds going to take a shot. Solid block, and then pushed by Owen Carlson, the big man. The great D play. That's going to be an icing on the Hawks. 7 minutes, 19 seconds to go. Seyfried at the face-off circles. We've got Blom and Peterson now back as your D-men. Boston Kemper deep out with Seyfried. Hawks still looking to find the back of the net for the first time here at Port Huron. Deep's got time. He's got space. He's going to skate it into the zone. He can drop it. Tries to look center. Boston Kemper good on the forecheck. Deep battling in the corner. Going to give the Warbirds player a quick hug. Boston Kemper trying to hit the corner of the net. Nice puck movement by the Hawks once again. Those rebounds not coming right to us. Some extra Nebraska-Colorado love in front of the net. So same 5 skaters out on the ice. Puck's going to escape that face-off. Some confusion here on the ice, but they're going to send Peterson to the box. Again, that was away from the puck. Not sure what happened, but Peterson's going to sit for 1:30 as Hawks are on the first penalty kill. So Deep's going to push it. Takes on 2 different Warbirds defenders. Okay. So they got Peterson for interference on that one as the puck gets shoveled into the Hawks bench. So Blom and Carroll out with Deep and Seyfried to defend this first penalty kill of the game. Warbirds with time. Nice pressure by the Hawks. Hawks are all over him. Shot over the net. Hawks got a tip on that one. Carroll comes away with it. Carroll's going to send it flying likely. He does. Finds a man. Seyfried's going to take it. He's got deep. Seyfried's going to shoot. Just off the glove, it looks like, of the Warbirds defenseman. And here they come in the other direction. So Warbirds with some speed try to dump it past Blom. She says no. They chuck it towards the net. Carroll's going to retrieve. 15 seconds remain on Peterson's penalty. Puck exits the zone. Carroll smartly dumps it, and Peterson is free. So back to 5-on-5 hockey as Peterson crosses over to the bench. And onto the ice now. Hawks have Busman, Varley, and Lang out with Kane and Carlson. Nice keep by Carlson, sends it back into the corner. Kane keeps it as well. Blue line playing tough today. Lang battles, comes away with it. He's looking for Varley. He's got 2 Warbirds on him. And puck out of the zone. But Varley to it first. Varley to Lang. Lang's going to send it forward to Busman. Busman's going to shoot. Great shot off the pads of the goalie. Almost to the big man Busman, who was waiting for that. Great shift by these 3 forwards. Busman loses an edge, gets tripped a little bit. Varley right in front of the net, tries to stuff it in. That looked like a goal from this angle. Yes, and it was! For once in my life, I'm right. We got the right angle up here. That was a goal by Varley, who stuffed it right in there, just went to the right of the goalie pads. And you could see it cross that line. The referee down there had the right angle for it. Warbirds don't like the call, but I agree with you up here. Stripes. They took it away. So, not sure how that works. If you complain and yell, apparently they'll take the... That was clearly a goal from this angle. Was it not, Lauren? It was a goal. That was a goal. Would like to send that up to Toronto for that replay. Hopefully that makes the Hawks mad, as we got 3.5 minutes to play left in the first period. Stack almost had that right into the stick of Dodge. I think we're going to get another one here. So still 0-0. That was a terrible call, or a terrible call reverse, thanks to the Warbirds bench. Hopefully the Hawks can keep playing and make something of this. Stromberg's going to fire it. Nice ricochet bounce. Lucky bounce off the boards, went our way. That's Kane. He's got Dodge. And that shot goes wide. So here comes Stack just behind Dodge. Dodge turns to pick it up. He does. He's got Stromberg with him as well. He's going to dump it. And that's Pope and Carroll now entering the ice. Just over the stick of Pope. She gets there first. Smartly sends it back into the zone, but that's going to be offsides. As Hawks are going to reset. 2:15 to go. Center ice face-off. Hawks battling at the face-off. That's Deep, Voss and Kemper, and Seyfried. So some fresh legs on the ice. We'll try to see if we can get the puck in the back of the net. Seyfried tries to sauce it to Vossenkemper. Nice play by Pope to bat it down right at the blue line. But pucks exit the zone. Carroll with time. Pope's going to take it into the corner. She's got her outlet of Seyfried and Vossenkemper. Seyfried comes away with it. Looking for Deep. Deep's going to take it in. Bumps it back to Seyfried. Seyfried's got Pope. He's got Vossenkemper. He takes a shot. And Warbirds come the other direction, but plenty of Hawks to cover it. Pope uses the body. Puck comes away. Here comes Luke Vossenkemper. That was a nice physical play. Vossenkemper, if he had lost his feet, they might have called something, but they did not. Final minute left in the first period. 2 players go down. Game continues to get more and more physical. Deep's going to get there. If he can get to his backhand, he cannot. That might have been a hook. As Peterson and Blom are now on the ice to defend. Nice stick by Blom. Just in front of Vossenkemper. Blom uses the board, hits Vossenkemper, but Vossenkemper can't quite get it to Seyfried. Final 10 seconds. And that's going to be the end of the first period, 0-0, with Hawks getting a goal, but then having it taken away. So pretty even game so far. Hawks definitely have more shots on net. They, I believe, are going to zam the ice. That's right, they did zam before this game. So we'll have another period before they do it again. Oh. So that's Carlson out with Pope. Carlson gets in the way. Nice block by Ethan. Great goaltending there. Hawks got to get it out. Another beautiful save off the pads of Ethan. Pope doesn't get enough of it. Tries to get it out. And Warbirds kick it far. That was almost out of the zone, but not quite. Somebody broke a stick in the middle of that action, right at the chest of Ethan, who had to make 3 saves there in the last 60 seconds. So not a great start by the Hawks. Still 0-0. That's Lang who broke his stick, by the way. He's not happy about it. Coach James probably isn't either, but onto the backup stick he goes. Warbirds win that face-off, and that is a shot and a goal. So Warbirds coming in hot here in the second period. Won that face-off, quick shot over the right as the Warbirds came to play at the beginning of the second period. So Hawks need to get back into the energy they started this game with. Stromberg stack dodge. Out as your forwards, plus Pope and Carroll. Warbirds almost get one in. Carroll pushed his man wide. Pope was there to defend, as was Ethan. Dodge comes away with it. Dodge pushes it to Stack. Here comes the Hawks. Stack's going to take on two. Stack tries to scoot it past the forwards. Was hoping for a rebound. Didn't get one. Stack sends the faceoff into the corner. That's Peterson and Blom. Unlucky bounce there for the Warbirds as the battle continues in front of the net. Ethan didn't have to touch that one, but it came close. Stromberg dumps it, and that's going to be icing. Seyfried at the face-off. Warbirds come away with it again. Another save by Ethan, as that was a really dangerous shot, almost over that same right shoulder from before. Ethan he could see it that time. I'm not sure he could see the first one. So Hawks heavily relying on the goalie play right now to keep us in this game. Another shot and a goal. So Hawks going down 2-0. Off some missed face-off opportunities. Ethan again doing his best to keep this a 2-0 game. Off the post. Blom is there to defend. Another dangerous opportunity for the Warbirds. Luckily, that shot went wide. This feels like a 4-minute power play by the Warbirds, which it is not. And here comes Blom. Puck finally exits the zone. Hawks got to keep control of the puck. There's Blom with a shot right into the glove of the Warbirds goalie. So out for the faceoff is Lang. Lang battles in the corner. He's got Busman and Varley out with him. Carlson and Kane. And here come the Warbirds. Gonna get it on the stick. Plenty of Hawks back. Shot deflected. Boy, these bounces are not going our way right now. Another shot block off of a Hawk stick. Busman breaks it up and tries to push it to Lang with his long stick. He does. Busman's pushing him around. Hawks going to need to play a little more physical, I think. Kane to Busman. Puck into the zone, but back out just as quick as it went in. Varley, nice cross-ice pass. Busman beats one. He's going to get a shot off. He does, but it's high. It's high. So after a rough start In the second period, the Hawks have settled in a little bit. But we have a 2-goal deficit to make up. Dodge almost wins that faceoff. He does. Gets it to Stack. Stack sends it into the corner, wraps it around the boards. And punches it past Carroll. Carroll not giving up. Nice job by Mason. Great shot by the Warbirds defense or Warbirds player. But off the side of the net. And out of the zone it goes. So this seems like a big shift in the way the teams are playing. Last period, we controlled possession, forced them to ice the puck quite a bit, and now the roles are reversed. Nice stick by Stack to break that up. Shot. Save. But great opportunity for the Hawks. Pope gets back. She does. That's Carroll breaking it up. Nice stick by Mason Carroll. Here comes the Warbirds. Pope, the only one back to defend. She breaks it up. Tried to sauce it over her stick. Didn't make it. And again, Hawks really struggling to get the puck across the blue line here in the second period. A little over 8 minutes left. Still 2-0 Nebraska. Great cross-ice pass to Stack. He gets it to Dodge. Hawks are going to try to get a shot off to Stromberg. Oh, he had some net there on the right side. Couldn't quite get it there. Again, this Warbirds goalie is quite good. Held us to 0 goals the last time we saw them. Dodge wraps it around. Peterson now out with Carroll. He's going to look to change when he can. He's been busting his butt back there. And here comes Dodge. He's got a trailing Stromberg, but Hawks are going to change off the post. Dodge again with his own rebound. He saw Vossenkemper back there. Couldn't quite get the puck through. And Peterson dumps it in. He's back with Harper Blom. We've also got Nolan Seyfried out there. Blom takes a shove into the net. She's going to pick it up behind the net. She's got 2 Warbirds looking for some support. And the Hawks come away with it, but having a hard time doing anything but just getting it out of the zone at this point. So back and forth we go. Peterson with time as the Warbirds are changing. He's got Eric deep. Deep to Seyfried. Seyfried creates some space. Finds Vossenkemper. Vossenkemper almost got to that shot, but didn't. Nice play by the Warbirds D. And incoming is the Warbirds player, but nice job by Carlson to hold his ground. Here comes Deep. Deep's going to shoot it, and he scores! They cannot take that one away from us, ladies and gentlemen. That was a goal as Eric Deep buries it into the back of the net off the tough play by the D-men over on the blue line. Hawks finally find one. And maybe this will open the floodgates. We've got 6 minutes to go in the second period now. 2-1. So that was Blom to Deep on that goal. And here we go again. Nice shot by Kemper off the pads of the netminder. Great block by Owen Carlson, playing tough back there. He's going to skate it. He's got deep. He drops it to Kemper. Oh, just over the net. Deep's going to try to stuff it back in there. Hard to see from this angle. Didn't quite have it. Seyfried was trying to wind up. Kemper is right at the mask of the Warbirds goalie. This is what I'm talking about. Feels like we've gotten a little momentum shift now back in our favor. So it's going to be Lang, Varley, Busman, Carlson and Kane stay out. Not sure about that no call there. Could have been a collision, but Carlson's getting beat up quite a bit by that big number 15. Shot, save, glove save by Ethan. Wow. Plenty of Hawks in front of that net right now. We got to cover it, find it. There it is. Ethan playing a great game right now. Oh, Warbirds team took a sniper. Player took a sniper. Varley almost snuck it in off that right side. Carroll, Pope, Dodge, Stromberg, Stack. With 4 minutes to go in the second period. Dodge finds, beautiful pass, even more beautiful shot. He finds Stack, who buries it. Goalie had no chance. Beautiful goal by the Hawks as we tie it up. 2-2. Warbirds bring it. Stack breaks it up. Stromberg to Stack. See if we can make that happen again soon. So that's Seyfried. He's got deep and Kemper. Deep to Kemper. Oh, I think Voss was trying to get to his backhands. Seyfried again, looking for deep. Blom pinches, she gets it, she shoots it. Rebound, nobody there. Blom's gonna have to get her on her horse. She does. Nice play by Harper, and she keeps it. That's a highlight reel, Lindy. Great hustle by the Hawks. Deep taken down, could have been a trip. And here come the Warbirds. That's Peterson. He's got Seyfried back with him. Somebody's got to pick him up. They do. Saved by Ethan. Warbirds trying to do what we did. They didn't. And Seyfried dumps it. Good. Puck's going to stall out a little bit. Nice hustle. So that's Kane and Peterson. Henrik Varley now on the ice as well. 2 minutes left in the second period. Tied up at 2-2. Nice pass to a streaking Kemper, but broken up. And Warbirds dump. Go for a change. So Lang and Kane. And now Busman on the ice as well. Warbirds take a shot, and Ethan was there to break it up again, right on the pads. Ethan in the right place at the right time. Minute 20. Hawks all over Warbirds back there, but no luck. Warbirds coming in the other way. It's going to be offsides. Lang at the faceoff. Warbirds try to gain possession. Think they're going to get Lang for a check there. And they do. So not terribly different from what happened to Dodge on the other side, yet somehow that's a penalty. Lang's going to sit for 90 seconds. We got 52 seconds left in this period, so this penalty will carry over. If we can kill most of it here in this final 52 seconds, that will be a win. Not even enough time to describe what just happened, as they again win the faceoff and score immediately off the faceoff. So Dodge is back on the ice, or was anyway, so he's not hurt. So Stack, Stromberg, Dodge out with Carlson and Kane. Stack wins it. Oh, rebound again, but no one there. A lot of shots off the goalie's pads today for the Hawks, but no rebound goals just yet. Final 10 seconds left. Carlson's going to skate it forward. Try to find Stromberg. Stromberg. A lot of players down, as we just need this penalty or this period to end. There was a collision, and then a Hawks player tripped over another Hawks player. So they're going to run that to the end of the second period. We will see a Zamboni coming out shortly, but let's hope that Stromberg can get up. Not sure if he hit his head. He's holding the back of his helmet, so I certainly hope that's not the case. But he just kind of fell awkwardly over his teammate after the collision. And he's up. Coach James giving him the business over there. Well-deserved stripes. As the Hawks are going to head to the locker room for a little break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes or so for the third period. Hawks down 3-2. All right, Hawks are back at it here in the third period. Hawks down 3-2. We got 15 minutes to get a couple of goals and try to win this. So games that end in a tie do end in a tie. That would give you 1 point. But looking to get 2 points out of this one. Our first game here in Port Huron. So freshly cut ice, as the Hawks have Pope and Carroll out to start. On defense, Boston Kemper deep and Seyfried out as your forwards. Hawks win the face-off, which is great. We gave up a couple of goals there right off the face-off in front of our own net. So hopefully we've made some adjustments to keep that from happening. Seyfried carries it out of the zone. Pope's going to pinch, dumps it back into the corner, wraps it around. As Deep's going to change, and puck comes out. Carroll's back. Carroll on D. Shot saved by Ethan. Ethan with the shot. I think that's going to be a slash on the Warbirds after the shot. Looks like they got Carroll. Carroll. So first time today, the Hawks are going to go on the power play. Today's power play is sponsored by the Fairfield Inn Port Huron, our lovely hotel. Lang looks like he got hooked off the face-off. He had it. Busman goes to it. That's Pope. And puck exits the zone. So Hawks are going to regroup. Again, our first power play today. See if we can make something of it. Busman's going to take it. Busman shoots into the glove of the goalie. That was going to be wide anyway. Hawks are changing Blom for Pope. So that'll be Blom and Carroll now out together. Same three forwards. Still plenty of time left on this power play. Varley. I'm not sure if goalie could see that, but he got it anyway. Busman was clogging up the crease there. He did a good job. Warbirds bring it into the zone as we're about halfway through this penalty. Barley comes away with it. Tried to flip it past the Warbirds. Still has it. That's Lang. Lang to Busman. Lang skates it. Lang loses it. Could have gotten called for a trip there. Didn't. Skates it around. Warbirds do a good job of packing it in. Varley wanted that one, but lost his edge a little bit and whiffed. Nice job by Mason to break it up. 10 seconds remain on the power play. Blom's going to skate it. She's got Busman at the top of the key and just past his stick. So penalty expires. Puck goes right to the kid coming out of the box. Shot blocked by Dodge. I think that hit his wrist. Dodge is going to head over to the bench. Stromberg is on the ice, so that's good to see after he took that fall at the end of the second period. So Warbirds dump it, and now Peterson out with Blom. Blom's going to push it forward to Stack. Stack hits Stromberg, but he can't control it. So Peterson with time, dumps it in. And Stack with the pressure. Peterson has time. Peterson to Stack. Shot block. And puck is out. Hawks have taken a lot of shots from that same spot on the ice with no luck. High shot by the Warbirds. And they're going to get Stack for a trip there. So Stack's going to go to the box, tripping 90 seconds of a penalty kill. 11 minutes left in your third period. Carlson, Kane, Seyfried, and that is deep. Out to kill this 90-second penalty. Going to be offsides. Still over a minute left in this penalty kill. Warbirds dump it into the corner. Carlson's going to get there first. Some nifty stick movement by Carlson. Hits deep, exits the zone. So Carlson's going to change for Carroll. Offsides. Halfway through this penalty kill. So Hawks send Lang and Busman out. Nice job using his glove, his Carroll, playing tough on the blue line. Wom retrieves. She's going to send it all the way across off the stick of Busman. And now 25 seconds left in the penalty kill. Here come the Warbirds. Pass just high as the puck exits the zone. Thanks to the Warbirds. 5 seconds, so we'll be back to 5-on-5. Warbirds coming with speed. And Stack is out of the box. So back to even strength hockey with 9:20 to go. Hawks looking for that tying goal. Busman's going to dump and change. That's going to be icing on Nebraska. Seyfried's going to take the face-off. He wins it. Gets it right to Peterson. Nice shot by Peterson. Varley was almost there for the rebound. Seyfried sends it to the net again. And Peterson, nice stick by Bobby. On net once again. Warbirds goalie with the save. If the Hawks keep knocking on the door like this, they'll get one in. So that's Stack, Stromberg, Dodge, Pope, and Peterson. It's going to be icing once again on the Warbirds. So this is looking more like the first period where the Warbirds iced it a handful of times. This is also what they did back in November against us. So they're going to pack it in right now. Park the bus in front of the net. Probably won't see them take too many chances with this 1-goal lead. Stack sends it across, looking for Stromberg. Warbirds get there first. That's Kane in to break it up. He gets a little bit of his stick on that cross-ice pass, so nice job by Jack Carlson with pressure off of his skate. Stromberg hits Stack. Stack with speed, coming right up the middle. Tries to take it in through the center, dodge, almost there. Couldn't quite get there first. It's going to be offsides on the Warbirds. Seyfried, Vossenkemper, and Deep out with Pope and Carroll. Warbird shot. Ethan save. Don't love these face-offs in front of our net. We paid a price for the wins there. Great job by the Hawks. That's going to be offsides again on the Warbirds. 7 minutes. Hawks still have plenty of time to tie it up. Pope skates it. Pope turns, creates some space. Finds Vossenkemper. Vossenkemper, oh, dangerous pass across the center. Pope gets a stick on it. And Deep comes away with it. Deep's got Seyfried. Deep gets taken out. Nolan was going to wind up for it. Woo, on net. Lang at the face-off. Busman and Varley. Plus Blom and Peterson. Peterson's going to get there with speed come the Warbirds. Nice play, Bobby. Nice play. Lang was there. Lang diving save. Oh, that was just... I don't want to call it bad luck, but not the right bounce that the Hawks needed on that one. Lang working behind the net. Going to try to tuck it in. Oh, he is pretty much run over by a Warbirds player. I guess you could call that defense. Oh, Busman wanted that. Lang tries to turn. The Warbirds are all over him. Warbirds are going to send it. That's going to be icing once again. 5.5 to go. So just as a reminder, the way this tournament works 4 pools with 4 teams each. Nebraska is not in our pool. However, the 2 teams with the most points in our pool will advance. So if we are going to lose a game, this would be the one to lose, as this team is not in our pool, and therefore we're not competing with them to advance to the next round. Warbirds gather in the corner, but Stack tries to take it away. Warbirds skated out of the zone. That's Kane and Carlson back to defend. Hawks are going to have to take some chances. And here comes one opportunity right now. That's Stack. Or sorry, that's Kane. Or Carlson. And Hawks turn it over. Hawks need to pressure the puck a little. Kane takes a shot by 15. But that's going to be icing. Or offsides. Four minutes, 24 seconds to go.
Come on.
Carlson with speed. Nice physical play by Owen to get his body in front of the puck, not just the stick. And OC is going to take it again. He controls it, looks for Kane. Kane's going to shoot. Kane does. But the goalie remains a brick wall. So Seyfried, Vossenkemper, and Deep out with Pope and Carroll. Pope's going to get there first. Bats it over to the corner. Puck is just not bouncing our way today. Carroll with one too many touches. Pope back to defend off the side of the net. Hit that post just like the Miami field goal. Pope gets pushed off the puck. She won't like that. And 2 minutes, 43 seconds. Hawks got to get control, and they do. Pope sends it up to Vossenkemper. Nice play by Carroll to apply the pressure. Warbirds being a little more aggressive with the puck than I thought they would be. With this 2-goal lead, I guess they don't have anything to lose at this point. But here we come. Varley, Vossenkemper. Varley with a shot off the pads, and all the Warbirds almost scored on themselves. 2 minutes. Ethan stays in between the pipes for now. Puck escapes. Farley was going to try to take it in, but Warbirds sending the other way. Peterson's going to pick it up. He's got Blom. And Busman. Warbirds with a lot of pressure. Blom tries to find her forwards, gets it to Varley, but Hawks need a little more urgency with the time we have left. Down to 1:20. That's Lang now sending it into the corner. I think Hawks are smartly keeping Ethan in the net, and here's why. When it comes down to points in terms of who advances, if there's a tie in points, the next thing they'll look at is goal differential. So difference between how many goals you scored, how many goals you let in. So if we let in an empty net goal, well, there he goes. And I spoke too soon. I personally would potentially leave him in net with only a minute to go because that's going to affect our goal differential if we need it after our next 3 games. But I'm not a hockey player, so what do I know? Carlson fires. Now we've got 6 skaters out. Empty net on the other side. Final minute.
Keep going.
Carlson steps up, and that's going to be offsides. 49 seconds. I've been wrong twice in this game. The first one when I thought it was a goal and it wasn't, which I wasn't really wrong, and then not, I know. We could really use that goal right about now. And then pulling the goalie. Let's see if the Hawks could get one here. 6 skaters out. 45 seconds. Got to protect the net. Behind the net. Hawks have 30 seconds. Oh, and there it is. I really hope that third point doesn't affect us. Warbirds still on the attack here. 10 seconds left. Seyfried with the check. Solid play, Nolan. No one's going to blow the whistle until now. That's the end of the first game here in Port Huron. So Hawks go down 5-2 to the Nebraska Warbirds. But again, Warbirds are not in our pool. So we would have liked the 2 points, but the next 3 games are more important. We'll see you tomorrow. We've got 9 a.m. Eastern. That'll be early wake-up call for those of you on Mountain Time against the Trenton Blades. Trenton Blades from an hour and a half away in Trenton, Michigan. We'll see you tomorrow.